Good morning. It is Tuesday, December 2nd today, and we are getting closer to Christmas. So you're going to hear all kinds of Christmas crisis season. I get it. It's that time of year. And the thing that always gets me this time is that it's about coming together, right? It's about family and traditions and the winter. It is about the seasons changing and now that the sun is gone and seasonal depression can set in, it is a good time to get together with your loved ones. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, that is not a time of healing and peace to get together with your loved ones. I know for me, that sure would not have been the case. Um, Growing up, it was uh, more tension than anything. So this time, this year, make it how you see it. Make this season how you feel like it's supposed to be for you. Because part of this matrix and this system that we live in, everybody has their opinions and everybody just kind of goes with what they know. They go with their patterning of what their understanding is. And to have an understanding that there's a God that you um celebrate, even if it's just once a year. That is some rooted family traditions. And you're not going to change people. And I don't care. I mean, be who you want to be. Have the beliefs that you believe because only you know the patterns and the existence that you've experienced in this lifetime right now. But for a lot of people nowadays, especially all this great awakening that is happening, people are realizing that there's a lot more to religion than just the stories that our parents told us or that we heard in church, right? There's a lot more to who wrote what, when, and why things got put into place and who was in charge in governments and kingdoms and the political side behind religion. And if you've never gone down that rabbit hole, I highly suggest it. Suggest it because everything you see has a purpose. Everything has an agenda. And the only way for you to find out what is truth for you is to deep dive your own belief system. And a good way to understand what you believe is how you feel, like how you feel in your chest, right? Like if I told you the sky was blue, you could look up and be like, "Yeah, that's blue." And your body's relaxed. Your body's like, "Yep, that's truth." You feel truth in your soul. If you tell me you love somebody and you know you love them, I can't challenge that feeling. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. I'm not going to measure it, and tell you whether or not you love somebody. Only you know that feeling and that if it sits right in your heart. So as you deep dive and as you go down the religion aspects of the holiday seasons and the paganism aspects of holiday season, and you see how all of these things just intertwine together, it all comes back to nature and it all comes back to belief systems. And only you know what you believe. And if you get to the point where you're aggravated because somebody doesn't believe what you believe, and then you just get loud and boisterous, and then you like try to justify your anger, it's just emotion. When emotion leads you, that's not logic. You got to have both. Balancing both emotion and logic is key. And that is not easy. I will be the first one to admit I have a lot of emotions. I have a wide range of emotions and I love to feel them all. That is part of living. That's part of life is the fact that you do get to feel joy. You do get to feel love and you do get to feel all the things, but in order to feel those things, you have to feel the opposite energies. So in order to know love, you have to know grief. It's a duality of nature. Everything in nature boils down to atoms that have positive and negative aspects. So no matter what you feel, your emotion, you're going to have an opposite emotion. That's beautiful. It is beautiful. So your emotions have its purpose. But when you feel emotions that you don't want to feel, when you're angry and you're super triggered, that is for you to decide, what is it that I'm so angry about? Is it this exact thing that I'm looking at? Or is it the intention behind the thing that I'm looking at? Because a lot of times when it comes to religion specifically, people get upset because and emotional because their heart is in it and it's just a core belief. So it's like saying Santa isn't real to somebody. If you truly wholeheartedly believe that Santa is real, and then I tell you it's not, you're gonna be emotional, you're gonna be triggered, and it's only up to you to decide what research you wanna do to find out what you truly believe and what you don't believe. And when it comes to Christmas and Christ, there are so many versions of that story that predate 2,000 years ago when the Bible was put together. There's so many stories. It is a thought, a consciousness, an awareness. For me, when I look at the Bible, it is a psychology book. It is allegories and stories that are explaining the psyche of man. But if you don't read that book that way, you're not going to get that side of the story. You're going to just see it as fact. And if you go down that rabbit hole of as fact, well, then you got to go into the Greek. And if you go into the Greek, good luck to you, because we're talking about the translations from Greek and Aramaic to Hebrew to English. You're talking millions of words in one language down to a language of 8,000, 9,000 words, then back up again. Like a lot of things get lost in translation. So to understand any of those books, you really got to dig into the root words, the language, the way language was written, the way language was used during those times in society. It's more than just reading the book as fact and your mindset of society today. It's a lot of thought. Every time somebody wants to talk about the Bible with me, I'm like, there's a lot to it. Like, I can't just give you my download of anybody who's gone down this rabbit hole knows. Like, you've read lots and lots and lots of books, spent numerous amounts of hours and days and weeks and months and years researching this. You can't spell it all out in a 2-minute, uh, here, believe this way because here's the 2 sentence that'll change your world. No, it's thought. It is effort. You have to put in the effort for anything that you want to know. So, I do encourage you that this holiday season that you do get to learn Christ, that you do understand, the wisdom that comes behind the evolution of the Bible and a lot of different scripts out there of religion. You should know your spirituality and the nature of the universe. It's amazing, and it can definitely change your life and definitely give you hope and an inner peace because for me, God never intended this world to be, yeah, yeah, he says, I did everything. It's life. It's life. And you choose what you engage in. It's when you talk about free will, it is your thoughts and your beliefs and how you understand it. Coming to yourself, coming back to your body and your emotions and how you feel about things will let you know if you have found peace or not. If you don't have peace in your heart and comfort in just waking up every day and existing in the life that you're building, then you're missing something. You're missing the point of experience. Everybody wants, like, life to just be all hunky dory and happy and good and peaceful all the time. Well, it'd be really, really boring if it was. You have to have something to challenge you. You have to have people who are going to show you what to be like and what not to be like. You're going to have experiences that change and develop your consciousness because that's what this is. This is an awareness. Every day we wake up and every day we go to sleep and every day we learn something more or we don't. If you're choosing not to, then you're just going day by day, which is fine. I did that for a long, long time. Now I try to make sure every day before I go to bed, I have something that I'm like, what did I learn today? What did I learn about me and what did I learn about the universe? What did I learn about anything? Because I want to develop. I want to be self-aware. I want to be intentional with my thoughts and my movements and my words and my actions because I am in control of all that. That is free will. And if you're not in control of your thoughts and your actions and how you're moving through the world, then who is or what is, I should say? Because spirit is always there. And depending on which spirits you are radiating is going to be the spirit that surrounds you and will be what other people see off of you. So it's easy to go out in a crowd and you can look and see somebody smiling and they give off a vibe that you're like, oh, that person looks like they'd be really cool to hang out with. Like they look like they'd be fun to talk to and they bring joy and they bring excitement. And then you see somebody else and you're like, God, they look like they freaking hate the world. And we all have that one friend with the RBF, right? And you're like, they are the most unapproachable person. And then you get to know them and they're super, super nice. Either way, we are radiating what our vibe is by what we look like. And that might be kind of weird and uncomfortable, but it's like, no, that's true. Like if you look sloppy and a mess, I'm going to assume you're sloppy and a mess in your life because your inner world and your outer world are the same. That's just how it goes. Yeah, I'm hearing. As I'm talking to you, I hear a voice come into me and he's explaining to me how he sees it. I always have, since I was a child, I've had voices from a male perspective, and a female perspective. And for me, I know now that one is logic and one is emotion. And so depending on who's speaking, I'm know what I'm engaging with. And when I say I hear voices, I do, I hear them. But but it is like having if you have your inner narrator, your inner voice that you hear when you yourself are thinking, you have your voice in your head. Say, if you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about. If you read something in silence, how do you hear that? It's a thought that goes across, in your mind. For me, I have the vision in my head of pictures, of images, and I have the voices that come across, kinda like if you were to have a song pop into your head, you would hear it in the lyrics and the tone of that singer. It's the same thing. I hear voices that are not mine that pop in and, tell me things. So, that's what I listen to. I used to, push that down and away from me. I was thought that I was doing something wrong because of religion, because as a child, my parents took me to see I grew up, Spanish Catholic, so and I'd say non-practicing Spanish Catholic, but but they took me to go talk to priests and other religious people to say that I was seeing entities and speaking to them, and it was always kinda like, "Don't do that, you're wrong, that's not God, that's something else, blah, 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 that's evil, you need prayed for," all those things. But as I got older, I'm like, "Well, everything that they're saying makes sense, and everything I'm seeing in the world does not." And I'm like, it's kinda easy to see hate when hate is hate, and bigotry is bigotry, and all the things are just they are black and white, but people will make up excuses for why they act the way they do. It's the vibe that they have. It's that simple. It's not as hard as we make it. And the voices in my head are a lot kinder than the people out in the world a lot of the time. So, I'm gonna do what I do and listen to them because it makes sense to me, and I will be on here to share what they're saying and what I'm hearing with you guys as much as possible. So, to those out there awakening in this matrix and learning that life is way more than what we thought it was, and we get to choose how we experience it. We get to choose how we go through this life and what it is that is our truth. You know it by your vibe, you know it by your heart. If it feels right, it feels right. If it doesn't, trust your intuition. Your body is constantly speaking to you. You will know if it doesn't settle in your soul, then change it. So that is all. I hope you have a beautiful morning and experience Christmas the way you want to experience it. Experience it with family and friends and good times and laughter and understanding, love and peace. Be the vibe that it is that this world needs so badly because it's out here. Even if we're just small voices, we're getting larger. There's more and more people awakening. And all you have to do is Google awakening, and you will find all kinds of people that have woken up from their ego and experienced a rebirth, a new energy that now exists in their body than the ones that existed before. So, good luck to you guys.